We've really been working on what's involved in creating equity in organizations, and I'm excited to share with you today 5 tips that we think are really helpful for men in particular about how to promote equity. The first one is to stop trying to be helpful. Many of us are acculturated to think that our value is in how helpful we are to others, whether they've asked for it or not. The truth is, if somebody wants help, they'll ask for it. So let's let them do that instead of volunteering to be helpful before they've asked. That can be really disempowering, and it's also pretty presumptuous. So stop trying to be helpful. Number 2 is say their name. If somebody has a hard to pronounce name, a name that you're unfamiliar with, just take a shot and say it. Don't break it down and phonetically and turn the pronunciation of their name into an agenda item in the meeting, right? That can be embarrassing to somebody who's trying to blend in because you're making a big deal out of something that to them is just their name. So try and just say their name. Third is learn to use the gender pronouns that are people want you to use for them. Using he and him or she and her or they and them is a very affirming act for people depending on how they identify. So learn to use the gender pronouns that work for each individual. It makes a big difference. The fourth is go first. In many cases, what we actually tell men to do is to kind of don't talk as much. It's the why am I talking thing. But instead of not talking, what we mean by going first is when it's time to express vulnerability, be the person to lead off. When it's time to talk about how you really are impacted by something or how you really feel, be the one who goes first instead of making everybody else go first. This sets the stage for people to feel comfortable with being willing to be vulnerable about what matters to them. And then finally, slow the heck down. Take your time. In almost every case, what we see over and over again is our need to rush from activity to activity leaves people behind. We are working from a sense of urgency when urgency actually isn't required. And working so fast is very, very difficult on relationships. So slow down. So those are 5 tips. You want to see all of them? Log on, join our membership list and find out more about all the things that we're up to, and we'll send you the whole document with all the information about not just these 5 things, but the 11 things that men can do every day to promote equity in their organizations. Thanks.